Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I know Adam's sleeping right now. You're wondering where is Nick Fiore, creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel. You're wondering where is he? Where is Nick Fiore? Where is Furious Nation? Want to know where Furious Nation is? Well, I know there's a pillow as you see in this background because I'd much rather sleep on my pillow than watch Monday Night Raw every fucking Monday. But you want to know where Furious Nation is? You want to know where Furious Nation is? Not on the road to WrestleMania season. I'll tell you that. The Furious Nation creator, Nick Fiore, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel on YouTube.com, he is right down laying right on the fucking floor because with me laying on the floor, I'm laying down on the floor, just head down, ashamed to even call myself a wrestling fan at this point after watching Monday Night Raw. That is the state of Monday Night Raw. Watching Monday Night Raw makes everyone's spirit and passion for wrestling just fall all crashing down. Monday Night Raw kills the passion of professional wrestling. Monday Night Raw kills the love and the spirit for professional wrestling. Absolutely does, man. I don't know how anyone can sit here and call this WrestleMania season after what we saw last night on Monday Night Raw. The Raw after Fastlane, which, in fact, I know I'll be reviewing after this Raw review right here, the Raw after Fastlane from last night for Fastlane 2021. But my God, man. If you think this is WrestleMania season, you really need to get your fucking head straight, man. If you think this is a road to WrestleMania season, that with what you're seeing right now on Monday Night Raw, if you think this is what WrestleMania season is supposed to be booked like, then I'm glad you're not booking Monday Night Raw, because if you did, not only would the show be that much more fucking worse, but we'd also call you right out on your bullshit within a fucking heartbeat. Awful. Absolutely awful. If you think this is a road to WrestleMania season, then you don't deserve to even associate yourself with professional wrestling, period. And I absolutely mean that wholeheartedly, man. I really do. Seriously. There's nothing positive about Monday Night Raw. None. Monday Night Raw is lucky they even had people watching tonight. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And a post pay-per-view Raw tonight, you would think they'd actually give a fuck and actually say, hey, you know what? It's the Raw after a pay-per-view. I think we should put in a good effort and at least try and find a Raw that's worth talking about and that's worth looking back to and saying, man, oh man, we did a damn good job on Monday Night Raw. Man, oh man, I love what I do on Monday nights. Absolutely fucking terrible in every sense of the word. If you truly think this is WrestleMania season, you may be the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen in this IWC. Absolutely fucking terrible.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, holy shit. What was I doing?
How was your nap there, buddy?
Yeah, what was going on over there? I did not even realize I was on camera.
Man, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, not just you, Adam, me too, but holy shit. What
this was us
last night
when we were watching Monday Night Raw last night. This was both of us when we were watching 3 hours of some of the most illogical mess we've ever seen on a Monday night.
And
Some of the most
with 3 weeks
horrible,
to go to WrestleMania, by the way, folks. I'm not sure if you realize that. But this is what happens when you have a pay-per-view 3 weeks before WrestleMania. Was Fastlane really necessary last night? Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, some of the most illogical garbage, some of the most horrible, some of the most wasteful 3 hours I've ever endured in my life.
3 hours that you cannot get back now.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Yeah, but this is what
we saw last night. What did we see last night? Was it WrestleMania like season? If you think that, you are a goddamn fucking simpleton.
Yeah. This is not WrestleMania season. It's more like a fucking clown show.
It's more like a road to backlash. Just look at the Raw now. I mean, SmackDown a little better, but at least SmackDown side, they know what the fuck they want to do. Raw,
Monday night.
Raw side of WrestleMania, holy shit. And we might as well look at the matches and all. Go to the match card. Hold on. I really want to pull this up because this is just laughable, man. It's really funny shit, man. Trust me on this. Listen to this, man. Listen to this. So listen to this. Listen to this. Bad Bunny with Damian Priest versus The Miz with John Morrison. 1-on-1. No tag team match, just 1-on-1.
Oh joy, man! I cannot wait to watch a Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole classic and Bad Bunny versus The Miz.
Said nobody ever.
Said no one ever.
The Fiend versus Randy Orton. Oh joy. Oh joy. Oh, but the Fiend is back in a mask, man. A new mask? Fiend has a new mask? I didn't know that.
I didn't even notice it.
The Fiend has a new mask and it's burnt. Is it a new seller on WWEshop.com?
Is it the Fiend or is it really the Fiend or is this a burned version of Scarecrow?
Or a combo of a burned combo of Scarecrow and the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
At this point. The Fiend is back, right? The Fiend is back. Right?
Oh, Joe.
Right?
Oh, Joe.
And the Fiend versus Orton at WrestleMania. And a rematch. Joy. Fiend versus Orton with the Fiend back. Man, oh man. I'm telling you, I am so pumped. I am so excited and intrigued for that one. I am so hyped. I am so absolutely looking forward to that. Said nobody ever. Said no one ever.
Awful, awful, awful.
And then other matches. New Day, Kofi, Kingston, Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles and Omos for the Raw Tag Team titles. Are AJ Styles and Omos even considered a tag team, folks? Are they?
Nope.
And if you think so, you need to get your fucking eyes checked.
Nick Jordan is not a professional wrestler.
Not even, he was in NXT local Florida house shows managed by Malcolm Bivens, not even on NXT TV once. And then he gets called up to Monday Night Raw, and then he gets called up to Monday Night Raw like that, just based off his size alone.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. And man, oh man, we're going to talk about in this Raw review right here from Raw last night. Braun Strowman, man. They added a new train engine sound effect when he runs fast. The choo choo. I kid you not, guys. They actually did that. I swear to God, they absolutely did that last night on Raw. I kid you not, guys. I absolutely kid you not.
Yeah. Actually, it was so bad that you actually did a video about it.
Yeah, I did. And I watched other people's videos on it too. And watching JD from the White 206 Raw review from last night. Shout out to JD. I want to say what's up, bro. Hope you're watching. And I want to say how you doing and hope you're all right. And shout out to you, JD. The Strowman Express train sound effect, choo choo. When Braun Strowman ran fast last night on Raw take, running fast to Elias and Jackson Riker, man. Oh man. Oh, all there's left is now adding the theme song to the Braun Strowman's theme song, now the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song at this point. At this point. Oh man. Adam's gone again. Don't tell me he's frozen. Man, oh man. Not again. Oh boy. I don't know what's up with Adam. I hope he's not frozen. He probably is frozen. Hope it doesn't kick him out, but anyways. Yeah. But yes, Braun Strowman Express last night added a train sound effect. Oh man. Oh man. I don't even know what to think of it, man. Braun, if you thought Braun was dead already, he's definitely dead now. He's definitely dead now. Rhea Ripley and Asuka, man. Rhea Ripley and Asuka. We are definitely talking about that in this review video right here from Raw last night. And of course, you're gonna get idiots on Twitter and social media. Hey, stop shitting on Asuka and Rhea Ripley, man. They're gonna have a good match at WrestleMania, man. How does it not make sense, man? Asuka Rhea Ripley's a good WrestleMania match, man. How do you know it doesn't make sense, man? You don't know shit, man. You don't you don't write for the company, man. Rhea coming out challenging Asuka makes Rhea look like a fucking legit badass, man. And it's better than Asuka versus Charlotte, man. We'll talk about Charlotte in this video too. Unfortunately, Charlotte tested positive. Charlotte yesterday, I know it's on Twitter last night. Apparently, Charlotte tested positive for COVID-19. Unfortunately, hopefully Charlotte, and hopefully Charlotte's all right, and I hope she recovers from this. So I wish Charlotte quick and speedy and good recovery and back 100%. So I will say that. Oh boy. And that kicked Adam out. Great. I don't know what happened to Adam, man, but I'm gonna try sending him back in. Somehow, some way, shape, or form, but it just kicked Adam out. His internet's probably terrible with where he's at right now. Man, oh man. Hopefully, it can allow Adam back in. So, see what can happen. Oh boy. I don't know how. Hold on. Maybe I can get him back. Hold on. I don't know. Nothing's letting him in. I have no idea. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, let him back in. I just got a thing with Adam. Hold on. I apologize for this, guys. Adam's internet might be bad, so just bear with me, okay? All right, and he's back. Great. Back on the road. All right. So, yeah, Braun Strowman, man. Strowman Express.
Yeah.
A new train sound effect added, you know? All there's left is Thomas the Tank Engine's theme song being added now to Braun Strowman, and it's all set.
Yeah, I'm sure you sent the video, I think. I think I did not heard it. I mean, you might send it again because I think I did heard it.
Maybe.
Or hear it.
Yeah, Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon. What's my bathroom break match for WrestleMania this year? That match. Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon.
Oh my God.
And then two more matches represented on the Raw side. Asuka, Rhea Ripley. Look, and we're going to talk about this in the same very video right here. Oh, but Asuka and Rhea Ripley, hey guys, they're two good women's wrestlers. They're going to have a good match at WrestleMania, man. And you say it makes no sense, and you're shitting all over it, man. How does it make no sense, man? You're shitting on two women wrestlers who can wrestle, man. You're saying they can't wrestle, and they're going to have a shit match at WrestleMania, man. They're going to have a good match at Mania, man. You're talking about the match being shitty at Mania, man. Rhea and Asuka's a good match. It will be a good match at WrestleMania. How does it make no sense, man? Rhea coming out and challenging Asuka for WrestleMania this year for the Raw Women's title. It makes Rhea look like a fucking legit badass, man. Must we educate you?
Must we take you to school?
Oh, but how does it not make... Oh, but Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Oh, but Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. How does it make no sense, man? Do you want to know why it makes no sense?
Rhea Ripley just debuted on Monday Night Raw tonight, or last night, correct?
Yep, she did last night. She comes out, challenges Asuka for the Raw Women's title for this year's WrestleMania without even winning any matches on Raw. She hasn't even had one match on Raw yet.
Awful.
She comes out and boom, challenges Asuka. And it's like, you come out, you challenge the champion, you get a title shot. You don't have to win anything. You get a pat on the back. You don't have to win matches to earn a title shot. You get a pat on the back. You don't have to win match. You not winning matches to get a title shot. It's okay. It's okay. You can still get your title match. You don't have to win matches to get title shots. It's okay. Pat yourself on the back there. It's okay.
Awful.
Yet there's idiots on Twitter defending this. Oh, but it'll be a good match, man. Why are you shitting all over this, man? Triple H could Triple H could even take over, and you'd still shit on them, man. And if this was WWE booking this shit, you defend it, man.
First of all, where's the build-up? Rhea Ripley just debuted on Monday Night Raw. This is her first night on Monday Night Raw, correct? Who did she beat?
And for weeks, Rhea Ripley Raw video promo packages. Rhea Ripley's coming to Raw. Rhea's coming to Raw. Ripley's coming to Raw. For weeks on Raw, Rhea Ripley Raw video promo packages when they could have debuted Rhea on Raw weeks ago when they had the chance.
Awful. Oh, and for what? Just because your original plan was Lacey Evans versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's title?
And Lacey Evans got legit pregnant, and Charlotte's now out with COVID for a few. And now Charlotte's out with COVID-19, unfortunately.
Yeah. Or has been out or revealed she was out with COVID for 2 weeks.
Or is it 2 weeks? Or is it 2 weeks? But either way, with Charlotte having COVID, unfortunately, hopefully Charlotte gets better, and I wish Charlotte a speedy recovery.
She gets cleared. Hopefully she gets better. Hopefully she gets better. I would
never wish COVID on anyone.
Yeah, not even people that we hate on television.
And I will say this, man. Look, and I want to be honest, man. And I really just want to get this off my chest. It's like, listen, we shit on Charlotte's character all we want, but it's the character we don't like, not the person.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair, the character that is portrayed, we're shitting on. Not Charlotte Flair or Ashley, which is Charlotte's real name. We're not shitting on the person.
Yeah.
It's the character. Two completely, very big difference between the two. Very big difference between the two. And unfortunately, and Charlotte tweeted this out last night during Raw that she tested positive for COVID, unfortunately. And so I do wish Charlotte, and look, as much as I don't like Charlotte's character, I do wish her a speedy recovery.
Yeah. I'll be shocked if she even makes it to WrestleMania.
Does she even make WrestleMania this year?
Yeah. Do they still have her? Do they have her return on the night of WrestleMania and make the
And
Raw
I
Women's
heard,
title
and I heard
Triple
rumors of Charlotte going to SmackDown for this week's SmackDown. We can put that to rest. Ringside News reported we can put that to rest, and we can put that to rest, and we could honestly sit here and say now that those rumors are not true because with Charlotte now being out with COVID, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, and Charlotte's staying on Raw. She's not going anywhere, but I do wish Charlotte a speedy recovery, and guys, it's like, if you're not wearing a mask, please wear a mask. Wear a mask. Use social distancing. Use hand sanitizer. Wash your hands. Use common sense. Be aware. Just think of others. Just wear a mask. For those of you who are not wearing a mask, please wear a mask. This pandemic's not over.
Yeah.
Even with vaccines out right now, the pandemic's still not over.
Yeah, it's far from over. It's far from over.
Even with vaccines out right now, but it's not available nationwide yet. The vaccine.
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, once again, Charlotte, hopefully she has a speed recovery. And hopefully she's back healthy and 100%. And I wish her speedy recovery and hope she gets well and feels better. But anyways, but yeah, Asuka Rhea Ripley. Don't get me wrong, the match will be good at WrestleMania, but from a logic standpoint, ask yourself this question: does Asuka versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's title make sense? Does it? Be honest.
How many wins?
Does it make sense?
Where's the story? Where's the build-up?
But you can have no story, but have a good match. Batista and Undertaker had no story at WrestleMania 23, and it was just in-ring competition. They didn't need to have a story, man. They didn't have one, and they didn't need to, man. Excuse me?
Did you start watching wrestling last September?
Didn't Undertaker have the streak still intact at the time?
Yeah.
And they told also a story where Batista never lost the world title?
Yeah.
So that's a story. So don't you dare tell me that WrestleMania 23 Batista Undertaker there was no story, because there was.
You weren't even alive. I'm sure you weren't even alive by then.
Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Where's the story? Oh, but I thought you wanted good wrestling and that's it, man. The storyline's just what they don't need, man. They don't need any of that, man. People just want wrestling, man, like you guys want wrestling. That's all you need, like you've said in the past, man. You want something, yet you still bitch and complain, man. Excuse me? Excuse me.
Where's the story? We should not have a story. Then who will care? Then who is going to care?
Yet you'll have clowns on Twitter. Don't you like anything, man? You have nothing nice to say about the WWE on Monday Night Raw and the WWE product, man. All you do is shit on them, man. Don't you ever praise them, man? If you don't like them, quit watching them and go watch something else. Go watch AEW only and be on Tony Khan's payroll, man. Fuck you.
First of all, well, you're doing the same thing. Yeah, it's funny how you say that, but you go on and do that same exact thing.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable.
Rhea Ripley comes out. Rhea Ripley comes out. Rhea Ripley comes out. I want Asuka and you, Asuka, for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania. Boom, like that. Rhea hasn't even done a thing to earn it.
Oh, joy. Yeah, what a way to debut Rhea Ripley on Monday Night Raw. So
Rhea hasn't done anything on Raw yet to even earn the right to say Raw Women's Championship.
Oh, joy.
Oh, but Rhea was the runner-up. Oh, but Rhea was the runner-up in this year's Women's Royal Rumble, man.
It doesn't matter.
Did Rhea win?
You didn't win. Nope. No
Bianca beat Rhea. Bianca beat Rhea. Rhea didn't win. She lost. Bianca won the Rumble and the right to challenge for a women's title at WrestleMania. Bianca won that. Bianca did it, not Rhea.
So what you mean to tell me that the Royal Rumble is worthless?
I mean, not absolutely worthless, but this year's Rumble worthless. Like, Rhea didn't even win the damn thing. Bianca did.
Tell me. But now all of a sudden Rhea Ripley does nothing, but she gets a Raw Women's title match. You mean to tell me this means to me that the Royal Rumble concept means nothing? Because look what they're doing in the build for WrestleMania. It's fucking embarrassing.
Not absolutely. Not absolutely, but it's like this year's Rumble definitely. But it's like Bianca's a different fucking story, folks. She actually won the Rumble match. Rhea was second place. Second place doesn't mean you earn jack shit. You could eliminate 27, 28, 29. You could eliminate the entire, or whatever. You could eliminate seven, let's say 27, right? There's 30 men or women.
28.
27 or 28. And then your last one eliminated. You could still do that and be the second place runner-up, but you still don't, except, and still second place doesn't earn jack shit. You could eliminate 28 people in the Rumble and be the last one eliminated. Do you deserve a title shot if you're that with second place? No.
No.
Logic gap, Bruce.
Vince.
And Don, you fucking clowns. Oh, but Cena and Batista did it in 05, man. There's a difference.
There was a number one contenders match for SmackDown. Because they didn't have
2005 pay-per-view with John Cena, Kurt Angle, which is a very underrated match.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
Rhea hasn't had one match yet on Raw and hasn't done anything to deserve a shot against Asuka. That's the difference. That's a big difference. And the Raw Women's the Raw Women's division is a fucking mess. It's a mess.
Yeah. They have no one. There's literally no one to face off.
Oh, but there's Peyton Royce though, man. We'll talk about her.
Yeah, Peyton Royce. Oh,
but she's decent, man. That may be true, but does she have a long way to go? Yeah.
Yeah. She's done nothing to earn a title match, number one.
Sitting and catering on Raw for 4 fucking months, enjoying Titus's world famous blueberry pie.
Yeah.
And then Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, the last Raw match so far for this year's WrestleMania card this year. Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley. Now, Bianca, Sasha, look at that. And look at Lashley and McIntyre. They're both on. They announced a while ago the matches so far for night 1 and night 2 for this year's WrestleMania in Tampa. Night 1 has Bianca, Sasha, and Lashley McIntyre. Look at the 2 matches, folks. Look at the 2 matches. Now, you look at Lashley and Drew and Sasha and Bianca, and you think, what match should main event WrestleMania this year, night 1? Which one should? Would you? Now it's like the main event for WrestleMania night 1 this year. Think about it. Which one? If you're booking this, which one main events night 1? Or do you do Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, which is mid card at best?
Well, who's gonna care? Number one. First of all, who's gonna care? As long as they're. First of all, why are people arguing on Twitter over what should between those matches should be the main event? You do realize how dumb you look? Why are people arguing over something that is simple? That is not something.
But here's the thing, though: Sasha and Bianca needs the main event night 1. Drew and Lashley mid card at best. Mid card. Start of the show, even.
Well, first of all, why are people arguing over what main event between them should be the main event? As long as they're on the same night, be happy that you're getting a top match between them.
But Bianca, but McIntyre and Lashley doesn't. It shouldn't main event night 1. It should not. I don't care what anyone says. Lashley, as he's been booked perfect in 2020, but even with that, is he a guy that's going to move the needle for Monday Night Raw? No. Drew McIntyre, I like the guy, but look what they've done with him with the WWE Championship. Twice they fucked him over with the WWE Championship. Twice.
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell 2020 where McIntyre dropped that title to Randy Orton, which made no sense. Only for Orton to lose it right back to Drew less than a month later. The next month in November, the Raw, right before the Survivor Series in 2020, a year ago. And then this year's Elimination Chamber last month in February with the fucking Miz.
Yeah, the Mickey Mouse.
Don't even get me started on that. And they gave the title to the Miz only for him to drop the title 8 days later to Bobby Lashley. You know, you could have done Lashley McIntyre still for the title, but with McIntyre going into Mania this year as the champion, you could have done that. Yeah. But no, you wanted to give it to the fucking Miz, right?
And for what? For ratings?
Awful. And now how bad does it look now with McIntyre? At this point, this point, McIntyre is WWE champion. I'm over it.
Yeah. We're done with it.
That's so bad you fuck McIntyre over. When he carried Raw on his fucking back all year last year in 2020, and this is how you repay the man?
Disgusting, bro. This is
why I'm saying, and look, Sasha and Bianca, yes, it's a terrible build, but as much as that, and look, yes, it's a terrible build. Yes, it has been with Reginald and the women's tag titles. Yes, that is true. But you're gonna have, but you're gonna have McIntyre and Lashley main event night 1 over Sasha and Bianca, which Sasha and Bianca is the much better match than McIntyre and Lashley.
You just can't, bro. What?
Bianca and Sasha is a much better match than Lashley McIntyre. I'm telling you right now, dude. And the best match on the card should main event on Mania night.
Well, does Vince McMahon care?
But Sasha and Bianca should main event night 1. Lashley McIntyre, it needs to be in the middle of the show. Oh, but the WWE title is the #1 title in the company, man. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
When was the last time it main evented a pay-per-view with Drew McIntyre as champion?
Yeah. Sasha and Bianca is your main event for Mania this year, night 1. Not Lashley McIntyre. Oh, but McIntyre needs to win the title in front of fans, man. Last year's Mania doesn't count, man. There were no fans last year at WrestleMania, man. It don't count, man.
It aired on the WWE Network. There were commentary for 2 nights.
There was a ring.
There was a logo.
There's a stage. It counts.
It fucking counts.
There was a referee as well. It counts.
Yeah. And not even that. Did anyone care about the show? Outside of a couple of things that happened there, like the Boneyard match between AJ Styles and Undertaker, or Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins.
Those matches were cinematic, Undertaker and AJ Styles, which was probably the best cinematic match of this pandemic era, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That and the bar fight.
Yeah, I didn't even by then. What match did main event WrestleMania last year? Drew McIntyre against
Brock Lesnar. But I'm telling you now, Sasha Bianca, night 1 this year's WrestleMania, it needs to go to Sasha and Bianca. Lashley McIntyre, as much as I like McIntyre Lashley, that should not main event night 1.
It should not. The one main event that we should have had this year was
you fucked McIntyre with the WWE title twice. And if McIntyre is the WWE champ, and if McIntyre is the WWE champion for a 3rd time, do you trust Monday Night Raw with Drew McIntyre as WWE champion for a 3rd time?
They have nobody.
Do you trust Monday Night Raw? Do you trust Monday Night Raw with McIntyre as WWE champ for a 3rd time? Do you trust Raw with that?
Nope. You should not even trust Monday Night Raw with anything.
And you also just brought up a good point, Adam. If McIntyre wins the title for a 3rd time this year at WrestleMania, who is there for Drew? You're going right back to square one.
Who is there? Samoa Joe? The guy's injured for a year.
I hope he gets cleared soon. I do miss Samoa Joe. Matt Riddle, what has he done?
He's the United States champion. He's not gonna do. Why would he lose the title now?
And Matt Riddle's been booked like a geek on Raw. Sheamus and McIntyre, we've seen that before.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy, he's a loser on Raw. We'll talk about him in this video.
Yeah. Andrade, you just released the guy.
He's released. Keith Lee, been there, done that with Drew McIntyre. The Miz,
Aleister Black.
Hell no.
Aleister Black, He's still in the closet.
Yeah. Who else is there? Braun Strowman? Yeah, something I want to see said no one ever.
Yeah.
Damian Priest? He hasn't been on Raw in 4 months.
You should not even give him a WWE title match. Aleister Black? He's still in the closet.
Yeah. Yeah. Or who else is there? AJ Styles? You done it before at TLC. You gave it away.
Yeah. When this should have been your main event this year, instead of giving it away on a D-level pay-per-view.
Like TLC.
Yeah.
If McIntyre wins the title this year, or WrestleMania for a third time, you're going right back to square one. At this point, McIntyre and Lashley for the WWE title this year at WrestleMania Night 1, I'd have Lashley retain.
Unless if you have Karrion Kross debut on the Raw after Mania.
Which could happen.
It
depends on what happens with Kross and Balor at TakeOver Stand and Deliver, which actually night 2, the main event of night 2 of TakeOver Stand and Deliver, the main event is Balor and Kross, which is a good move.
Yeah, and the main event of night 1 of TakeOver will be Raquel Gonzalez and Io Shirai.
Which is another good move. I expect Raquel could very well win could very well be the new NXT Women's Champion is Raquel Gonzalez. That could very well happen. Kross or Balor, Kross could win, but then again, Kross is ready for a main roster call-up, and I could easily see Kross on the Raw after Mania this year. I could easily see that. And if McIntyre beats Lashley this year at Mania for the title, I could see McIntyre and Kross WWE title is August at SummerSlam, where Kross wins the championship, and that's the end of McIntyre's run on Raw. Because if McIntyre is on Raw as WWE champ for a third reign, right, Adam? After that, what's left for Drew to do on Raw?
Nothing.
The next draft or shake up the year after WrestleMania, you might as well send McIntyre. You might as well send Drew McIntyre to SmackDown at that point.
Yeah.
Sasha, night 1, main event, WrestleMania 37, night 1 this year. Main event. It needs to go to Sasha and Bianca, not Drew and Lashley.
And if it's not, there's a big problem.
I even watched WWE Network the other day, a documentary with Sasha Banks says one of her goals is she wants the main event WrestleMania. Sasha said it herself. Give the woman what she wants. Listen to the woman.
I wish Vince McMahon would listen.
Paul Heyman would listen.
But does Vince listen? Does Dunn listen? Does Bruce listen?
No, but I hope. But Sasha and Bianca, man, they better get the main event of this year's WrestleMania in Tampa night 1. The main event. Sasha and Bianca better get that. If they don't, I'm going to call them out on it.
Yeah.
Hashtag main event Banks vs. Belair. Get it trending on Twitter. Hashtag main event Banks vs. Belair.
Well, I wish they were doing a better build-up. Well, I hope they get the main event, but I wish they do a better build-up as well.
Look, the build-up has been terrible. But as much as that, they still deserve the main event of night 1 over Lashley and McIntyre.
Well, one of them is going to be a heel after Friday.
Sasha Banks is a heel. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Or sooner, or hopefully.
Yeah. But anyways, and we're getting a little bit carried away. We might as well talk about Raw, what happened last night.
I was going to say something about Rhea Ripley on Raw. I was going to say something. Now Rhea Ripley is on Monday Night Raw.
I'll let you. Hold on. Go ahead, Adam.
You know that Rhea Ripley's now called up from NXT. Now she's on Monday Night Raw.
Time for Rhea to get buried on Raw.
Time for Rhea to get, unfortunately, buried on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, but that'll never happen, man. Rhea will win the Raw Women's title this year at WrestleMania, and she'll be given the ball and she'll run with it, man. Not with Charlotte on television.
Not with Vince McMahon writing her. Now with Dodd writing her and Bruce writing her.
Or Charlotte booking herself.
Yeah. Yeah, I guarantee you Rhea Ripley will be buried by 9 months.
Unfortunately. Monday Night Raw, this is where careers go to fucking die.
Yeah. I guarantee you by December, Rhea Ripley will have already lost a match to Nia Jax.
Yeah, but Nia is great, man.
Sure. Yeah.
Now but Nia Jax screaming, "My hole! My hole!"
Awful, man. Awful. This is their vision of WrestleMania season. And you know that this is their biggest weekend of the year is WrestleMania, right? You would think they would have a fire lit up their ass.
Yeah. But no, they just don't
you would
care.
think you would think they would have a fire lit up their ass. Unfucking believable.
Yeah. We're going to get started with the results of Raw real quick. Last night on Raw. We're going to talk about them real quick. We're not going to spend too much time on it. We're going to spend a good quality time amount on it, but not too long. But we started the show last night on Raw with the almighty Bobby Lashley with MVP versus Sheamus. We saw this match before in the main event of Raw from last week. Now we're getting it again this week from last night's Raw, but this time in the opening of the show from last night. Good creativity you got there, Vince.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, what a way to open Monday Night Raw with such an exciting, fresh matchup.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, fresh matchup. What we mean by saying fresh matchup on Monday Night Raw is rinse and repeat. Same old shit.
Yeah.
On Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Now, Lashley's entrance. I want to get your thoughts on it, Adam. What do you think of Lashley's current new pyro with the lightning striking and Lashley's Titantron and such and such? What do you think of that?
Well, I think it looks cool.
What do you think of, though, of Lashley's old pyro from years ago compared to what you're seeing right now?
Well, I wish they would mix them up into one pyro. I wish they would mix them up.
Yeah. Yeah, but
it will never.
I mean, back then his pyro wasn't too bad, but I am liking what he's doing right now is Lashley with his current pyro with the lightning striking, and they show Lashley's Titantron and putting something in the full Nelson. I mean, at the end of the day, it does make Lashley look more of like a legit badass. It makes him more legit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that's just my opinion. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. But that's just my take on it. I think it makes Lashley look more like a legit fucking beast. No pun intended, and no disrespect to Brock Lesnar, but anyways. So Sheamus versus Bobby Lashley again. We had Sheamus flooring Lashley with a pump knee strike in the jaw. Lashley kicks out of it. Sheamus sets up for a bro kick. Lashley avoids it. Cedric Alexander then slides in the ring to this. And then Cedric and Shelton are at ringside for this match. Now, there was outside interference in this thing with the ref distracted with Benjamin clotheslining Sheamus. Then we had Cedric Alexander distracting, hopping up on the apron, providing a distraction with Cedric Alexander. Lashley hits an almighty spine buster. There's Lashley. Lashley puts Sheamus in the full Nelson. Sheamus taps out. And Bobby Lashley beats Sheamus. Then after this thing, Benjamin and Cedric then pull Sheamus out of the ring and pummel him. Lashley and MVP then look slightly confused and they don't even bother joining in. Drew McIntyre then runs down to ringside to make the save. McIntyre and Benjamin McIntyre takes out Cedric and Shelton. Does McIntyre and Lashley then get in each other's faces. MVP then holds Bobby Lashley back and reminds him to save his energy for WrestleMania. McIntyre then begs Lashley to hit him, and McIntyre's yelling at Lashley, "Come on, Lashley! I dare you to hit me. I want you to hit me, Lashley, with my hands behind my back." Then Lashley eventually walks away, and then that was that. Your thoughts on this?
Really? You do realize how less impactful it is for Drew McIntyre to come and save Sheamus with his theme music playing in.
Yeah, and is Sheamus a babyface again now?
Yeah, all of a sudden, now they're partners
Sheamus
again.
Turned on McIntyre.
Didn't
the
Sheamus
the
turn on
this
Drew
year,
McIntyre?
Right? Sheamus turned on McIntyre. Now, 2 months later, Sheamus is back to being a babyface.
Come on, like what is going on around
after
here?
He just turned heel? After he just turned on his best friend Drew McIntyre.
Come on now. Well, after tonight, he may not be a babyface after tonight, which we'll talk about.
And Sheamus as a heel is much Sheamus as a heel is much better than Sheamus as a babyface.
Yeah.
His babyface shit from 2012 was just cheesy and corny as hell. Cutting these lame and stupid jokes and promos. It was not funny. Sheamus as a babyface was very corny in his promos, just totally unfunny.
Yeah.
Sheamus as a heel is much better than Sheamus as a babyface.
Yeah. Sheamus is superior as a heel.
His in-ring style just screams heel. His heel style just fits him more perfectly.
As well. Why are they devaluing Bobby Lashley? Now, why do they have the Hurt Business help Bobby Lashley when Bobby Lashley has been winning matches on his own?
Months ago with the Hurt Business, did Lashley use backup of the Hurt Business to help him win matches? No. You don't need to cheat to win all the time to be a good heel. Enough with group members doing outside interference to help you win matches. It's outdated and it gets tired very quickly.
But now all of a sudden he needs help.
Lashley's the Almighty, correct? Lashley is the Almighty, quote unquote, correct? Why does he need help to win matches? Lashley doesn't need backup to help him win.
Yeah. Dude, seriously, bro. Do they hate it this much when somebody get over on their own? Do Vince and Bruce really hate the Hurt Business? Yeah.
The Hurt Business. They're getting over on their own too much. We gotta start getting our hands on it because it's getting too over on their own, and and because it's getting too over by themselves, it's making them bigger than us. It's making them better than me, Vince McMahon, and I can't have that, says Vince McMahon.
Awful.
That is the selfish ego of Vince McMahon. Oh, this is all done because of me. No one's bigger than Vince McMahon. That selfishness of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, the selfishness of Vince McMahon. Awful.
And I want to talk about this quick right now. Am I the only one, bro? Listen to me. Am I the only one thinking right now they could possibly break up the Hurt Business soon? God, I hope not.
I hope not.
Do Vince and Bruce really hate the Hurt Business this much that they want to break them up? I fucking hope not.
Please no.
Are they really going to break up the Hurt Business? Please no. Please no. You have no teams on Monday Night Raw. Why would you break them up? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, boy. Adam's frozen again. Shit. Oh, boy. Adam's frozen. They're kicking him off again. I hope not. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. I don't know, man. Oh, and they kicked him out. Again. Second time they've kicked Adam out. This is the second time they kicked Adam out. Unbelievable. I don't even know anymore. Shit. Oh boy. Man, oh man. And Adam got kicked out again. I'm gonna try sending this again. Hold on. Apologize for this, guys. Just please, just bear with me if Adam's internet probably crashed on him. Well, not crashed, but Adam's internet probably was off again, which I'm not surprised by. I'm gonna try sending this to him again. Oh, there we go. Oh, whoa. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my internet is
still sorry about that, guys. Adam's internet is probably bad right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we were, as we were saying, dude,
yeah, but
the Hurt Business possibly breaking up. I hope to God not.
There's no tag team division on Monday Night Raw. There's no tag team division.
Are they really going to break Cedric and Shelton away from MVP and Lashley? Please fucking no. Please no.
There's no tag team division. There is no tag team division on Monday Night Raw, and you want to break up another tag team.
Oh, but they have AJ Styles and Omos, man. They have Jackson Riker and Elias, man. Elias and Jackson Riker suck. They don't count as a tag team.
They suck balls. Elias and Jackson Riker, they suck balls.
AJ Styles,
Big Jordan?
AJ Styles and Omos or Big Jordan? I do not even consider them a tag team. I don't consider them a tag team whatsoever.
How many matches has Big Jordan even wrestled?
Yeah. Oh, but Omos' in-ring debuts for WrestleMania this year, and it's a new star in the making, man. Is Omos really that good?
Yeah, is he that good? All I look at him is the next Great Khali.
You know, the Great Khali.
Yeah, you know, the worst world heavyweight champion, the worst world champion in the history of our industry. Or all I look at him
outside of Braun Strowman and Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, all I look at him is the next Big Show.
Or Kane.
Yeah, that's all I look at when I look at Big Jordan.
I see nothing special in Omos or Big Jordan. I see nothing special in him.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But why would you break up the Hurt Business? Why? Because they got over on their own on Monday Night Raw? Because they were the only good thing on Raw? And because they were the only good thing of Monday Night Raw, that piece of shit show Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, and Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, and Bruce Pritchard hate it when something gets over without their plans.
When something's not Vince, finds the way to fucking bury it, and he doesn't stop until he fucking buries it.
Yeah. Oh my God. That is
breaking the Hurt Business would be the dumbest thing the company. I'm telling you, if they break up the Hurt Business, that is the dumbest thing the company could ever do. That is the dumbest thing the company could ever fucking do.
They will do it. Don't be shocked when it happens.
They better not break them up. If they do, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, well, you're not the only one.
Yep. And then we go backstage with Bobby Lashley. He's yelling at Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin for getting involved in this match. MVP tells Cedric and Shelton. MVP then tells Cedric and Shelton that they embarrassed Lashley and themselves when they lost the tag titles. Blah, blah, blah. And then we got the next match of the night. Non-title match. Raw Women's Champion Asuka versus Peyton Royce. We had Asuka and Royce locking up. We had both ladies trading headlocks and strikes with each other. We got Asuka rolling through a sunset flip attempt and almost hits a running knee. Royce ducks it and locks in a heel hook, which looked nice. Asuka then almost locks in an armbar, but Royce reverses it into a modified shin lock with a bridge. Royce hit the suplex near fall. Royce then rants about Asuka not deserving the championship. And then after a bit of cat and mouse, Asuka misses a hip attack and is hung up in the ropes. Royce grabs a handful of Asuka's hair and uses it to pull her off the second rope, which did not look good. Asuka then falls awkwardly to the floor. We got Asuka countering a kick from Royce into a German suplex, running knee strike from Asuka. Royce kicks out. Royce avoided a missile drop kick off the top rope. Royce hits a modified neck breaker for a long 2 count. Peyton Royce then lands a double stomp. Asuka kicks out. Peyton Royce then argues with the referee about that being a 3 count. Royce then walks into an armbar. Royce almost escapes it, but Asuka turns it into an Asuka lock, and Peyton Royce taps out. Raw Women's Champion Asuka defeats Peyton Royce in a non-title match. And then all of a sudden, Rhea Ripley's music hits. Asuka watches, and Ripley joins her in the ring. There's Ripley. Ripley grabs a microphone and says, Asuka is one of the greatest champions in WWE history. Rhea says last she saw Charlotte, Flair was out here asking for a title match while Asuka was still hurt. Rhea says Flair isn't here because Charlotte right now has COVID right now, unfortunately. Ripley then challenges Asuka to a match for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Asuka then is talking it all in Japanese, and Asuka says Ripley isn't ready for Asuka. Asuka accepts the challenge. Ripley smiles as Asuka hops around in excitement. And then that was that. Your thoughts on Asuka versus Peyton Royce and Asuka and Rhea Ripley? And we're going to talk about Asuka and Rhea Ripley very shortly.
Well, I don't think the Asuka Peyton Royce match was any good. I don't think.
Does Peyton Royce have potential? Is she a beautiful woman? Yes. Does she have potential? Yes, but she's got a long way to go.
Yeah, the woman wrestled like she wanted to wrestle worse than The Miz.
And Peyton Royce is decent in the ring, but it's like, did she even want to be there?
No.
And this should also tell you another thing. That's how poorly booked Asuka's been. That's how poorly booked Asuka's been booked as of late. She's been booked that poorly. That's another factor.
Yeah, this is what.
That's how poorly booked Asuka is.
And this is what happens when you book Asuka's Raw Women's title run the way they did.
Now, what if Peyton Royce was in there with Bayley? Would it be different?
I think.
Because Bayley in her heel work has been very good. Heel Bayley's awesome.
Well, you could put Bayley or Sasha.
Or even Bianca. You could even put Bianca in there with Peyton Royce.
Yeah, they would make Peyton Royce look good, but I don't know what it is, but this is what happens when you book Asuka the way they do as Raw Women's Champion, because her Raw Women's title has been a fucking disaster.
You might as well take the title off Asuka now at this point.
Just take the title off of her. You might just take the title off of her and put it on Rhea Ripley. We all know what's gonna happen. Asuka will lose the title at WrestleMania.
Rhea is winning that Raw Women's title this year at WrestleMania. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Now, Asuka, Rhea Ripley. We're going to talk about this right now. I must take a sip of my drink first, though, because you're going to hear some ranting.
Yeah.
So the original plans for the Raw Women's title this year for WrestleMania was supposed to be, I heard, Lacey Evans defending the Raw Women's title against Charlotte Flair, correct? Now, that all changed because Lacey Evans got legit pregnant. She's out for the rest of the year. Good. No one even misses Lacey Evans. I don't. And then it was going to be Asuka Charlotte with voicing Charlotte as a babyface. Now Charlotte's out with COVID, unfortunately. And then they insert Rhea Ripley in with Ripley versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title this year at WrestleMania. Yet you'll get idiots, buffoons, clowns on social media saying, Asuka vs. Rhea Ripley, Raw Women's title, WrestleMania, man. I'm excited for that, man. That's going to be a good match, man. That's a good match at WrestleMania, man. It's better than Asuka and Charlotte, man. That's a good match, man. And hey, why are you guys shitting on the match, man? Hey, Nick, Fiore, and Adam, and the rest of you clowns, why are you shitting on Asuka vs. Rhea Ripley, man? Do you want good matches or not, man? You could have good matches, or you could have Triple H take over, or you could have NXT-like matches on Monday Night Raw, yet you'd still bitch and complain, man. Sure.
First of all, how many women did Rhea Ripley beat on Monday Night Raw to earn a title shot? And
zero.
Do you trust
zero?
And do you
zero, Adam? Zero.
And who is there in the Raw Women's division for Asuka to face? And how many women they have fucked up on Monday Night Raw?
But Nikki Cross is deserving, man. Where is she?
Where is she? Is she fired?
Might
as well be. She's gonna do nothing in the Raw Women's division, especially with the way she's being booked.
Oh, but it's Reckoning, man.
Oh, Reckoning, or you mean Recording, or Ice Cold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Retribution.
Oh, but there's Dana Brooke. Oh, but Dana Brooke, man, she tries, man.
Sure. The only thing she'll try is the napkins and how the pastas she'll make for Titus Catering. Now that we heard that Titus O'Neil will host WrestleMania,
along with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Well, we might as well. We'll talk about that shortly after this. But yeah, but who is there in the Raw Women's
division? Mandy Rose is deserving, man. What has she done? Shayna Baszler, man.
She's been losing.
Mandy
on Monday Night Raw every 4 weeks. They've been losing every week on Monday Night Raw.
Nia Jax with Reginald, man. Yeah, something I want to see, said no one ever.
Yeah, because that's what we want to see on Monday Night Raw, right?
Awful. The Raw Women's division is fucking atrocious.
And we're right. It doesn't matter anyway. Who is there for Rhea Ripley to face after WrestleMania or Asuka? The only one that we know who's going to be the Raw Women's Champion or to get a chance for the Raw Women's Championship, after, whether it's Rhea or Asuka's champion, is Charlotte.
It's coming.
Well, it's all but inevitable for Charlotte to challenge either women after WrestleMania for the title.
Watch them do Charlotte and Rhea at SummerSlam this August for the Raw Women's title with Charlotte beating Rhea. Watch.
And will there be any reason for us to be unhappy?
Will there be any reason for us to yell and banter and get upset?
No, because this is Vince McMahon.
Because we told you so.
Yeah, because Charlotte will put no one over in the women's division.
And if it does happen this August at SummerSlam, you know where you heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rhea Ripley will then be officially
You won't hear it from anywhere else.
Okay. Yeah. You'll hear Busted Open Radio, Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer say that.
No. You're not hearing it from anyone else but here.
Yeah. You're not going to see some geek in the United Kingdom say that.
You're not going to hear Gary Cassidy say that.
Yeah, you're not going to hear Mr. Ryan Satin say that. Mr. Satan himself say that.
You're going to hear none of these clowns say that but us.
Yeah.
The Raw Women's division is absolutely atrocious in every sense of the word, man. And yet some people wanted to say that some people want to say, oh, Rhea Ripley's needed on Raw. They need the star power, man. Rhea is absolutely needed on Monday Night Raw, man. Where are you guys at now?
Did you know? Look what they did with Shayna Baszler. They got her on Monday Night Raw, and everybody expected her to win the title. And And did they book that? Nope.
Becky wanted to put Shayna over last year at WrestleMania, but then shot it down.
Yeah. And you mean to tell me they'll not get it? And you mean to tell me that they could? And you mean to tell me that they'll not do the same thing with Rhea Ripley? Or there's a or you mean to tell me that nah, they will not do that with Rhea Ripley? Sure.
Yet you clowns wanted. Yet some of you clowns wanted. Yet some of you people wanted Rhea Ripley on Raw. Where are you at now?
Yeah. Now you know where Rhea Ripley will be on Monday Night Raw.
Buried and in catering.
Yeah. I guarantee you, the woman will be on main event within 9 months.
Oh, but that'll never happen, and you don't book the company, so you don't know shit on that, man.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let me ask Ricochet and what he did after he got called up to Monday Night Raw from NXT. Where is he now? That's right, on main event, losing to Elias.
Did that happen this week on main event? I don't even watch main event.
Yeah, I will not be surprised if that happened. What did who else? The War Raiders. Or no. They're injured right now, or one of them is injured. But even before that, what were they doing on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, Hanson's still injured.
Yeah, what were they doing when they were when they got called up from NXT to Monday Night Raw? Right to main event.
Yep.
The same thing will happen to Rhea Ripley, and don't be surprised when it happens.
Yeah, guarantee you that happens. I don't trust Raw with Rhea Ripley at all. I don't.
Yeah, just look at Shayna Baszler. That's all you need to know why. As to why Rhea Ripley's fate will be already sealed on Monday night.
And Asuka versus Rhea Ripley at Mania this year for the Raw Women's title, it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
And let's be honest here. Do you really think that they will leave Charlotte out of the WrestleMania card?
It probably won't be. I'd be shocked if she's off the card. Oh, but it has nothing to do with Andrade being released and possibly going to AEW, man.
Sure.
Is Vince that fucking petty too?
Yeah. Because, Vince McMahon will blame nobody but himself because Andrade got fired or wanted to get fired.
Oh, but it's never Vince's fault, man. Vince is a genius, man. Back in 1998, okay. Now?
No.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Then why is he the one booking Monday Night Raw every single week? Showing up.
Probably showing up late and wrapping up the whole script.
Yeah, he's at home his entire day. Then he shows up to Monday Night Raw at 7:50. He tears up the script and then he orders a whole rewrite.
And then Vince writes the show all by himself.
Yeah.
They may have done that last night on Raw.
Yeah, I will not be surprised if Vince McMahon showed up late last night.
And I know they announced some shit for Raw last night, but still, I wouldn't be surprised either at the same time if Vince tore up the whole script late, showed up late and wrote the script, rewrote the show all by himself.
Well, they announced, all the things that they announced for Raw, all the things they announced for Raw, they all announced it on the night of Monday Night Raw. The night of.
Or 1 or 2 hours before the show went on the air. From last night. Before Raw went on the air last night.
My God.
But Asuka, Rhea Ripley. It's illogical. Will it be a good match at WrestleMania? Yes, but does it make sense from a logistical standpoint? Absolutely not. And if you think it makes sense, you are what's wrong with the fucking company.
Well, this is the world of social media, bro. They want something so desperately. They act as if they know everything. And then when it happens, they're the same people who complain.
Just like Roman versus Edge. Oh, but Roman Reigns versus Edge must happen, man. Stop living in dreamland. Get back to reality. Use your fucking brain. Think.
Yeah.
Oh, but Roman Reigns versus Edge, it must happen, man. It's a dream match, man. That's not even a dream match, if you ask me, Roman Reigns versus Edge.
Yeah, dream match.
Rumors of Daniel Bryan now being added in with it now at WrestleMania this year, main event of night 1 should be, and I think it will be. Now I'm hearing rumors of Bryan versus Roman versus Edge this year at Mania, night 2 in the main event, hopefully with a triple threat at Mania this year for the Universal title. With Mania this year with a triple threat for the Universal title, Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan. I'm hearing rumors of that now, with Daniel Bryan possibly being added as soon as this Friday night on SmackDown on Fox. And then I want to see all the trolls say, oh, fuck Daniel Bryan, man. He's all nosy and Edge's business. Fuck Daniel Bryan. He needs to mind his own business, man. He's all nosy and Edge's goddamn fucking business, man. The shit with Roman and Edge doesn't concern Daniel Bryan, man. Bryan needs to mind his own business, man. This doesn't concern Daniel Bryan whatsoever, man. Motherfucker, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Nobody was talking about Roman versus Edge in October or November before the Royal Rumble even hit.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Edge book himself to win the Men's Rumble this year when it was supposed to be Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
Winning the Men's Rumble this year?
Yep.
But this is what happens when Edge books himself to win.
This is what happens when you give Edge the lead creative writer role for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Yeah. And yet these clowns want to say, oh, Edge versus Roman must happen. Bryan needs to mind his own fucking business, man. Fuck off.
First of all, you should realize that Edge booked himself to win the Royal Rumble, and so far in his return, has put no one over but himself when it comes to matches.
Edge booked himself to win the Men's Rumble this year. And that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And people wanted Edge versus Roman. It's like, and it's like you people want, and it's like some of you people, not all people, but some people, they want something. And when they get something, then all of a sudden they bitch and complain when it doesn't make sense. And then in the last minute, now they want to say it makes no sense. And those people that have done that with Roman versus, it's like, like some people, Roman Reigns versus Edge, it's a dream match. It must happen. Spear versus spear. Am I 2 years old? No. Roman Reigns versus Edge must happen in the beginning. Then all of a sudden, Roman Reigns versus Edge, it's illogical. It makes no sense whatsoever, man. Oh, really? Now you want to complain. You know what? For those of you who said Roman versus Edge must happen, then all of a sudden Roman versus Edge doesn't make sense. For those of you people who have done that, I have no sympathy for you. None whatsoever.
When all you needed to do was listen, when you all should have listened to what people were saying.
But no,
other people saying.
But no, you want. Then all of a sudden you think, and then by that point, by that point,
it's still little.
Yeah. And those of you who have done that, I have zero fucking sympathy for you.
Yeah.
Those who thought Edge versus Roman must happen, then all of a sudden Roman versus Edge doesn't make sense. For those of you who have thought that, I have no fucking sympathy for you at all. At all. None.
The same thing will be
I have zero sympathy
with Rhea
for
and
you.
Asuka. The same thing will be for Rhea and Asuka at WrestleMania.
Oh, but Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. That take my money, man. That's a good match, man. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, man.
But do you trust Monday Night Raw to book the match well?
It'll be a good match, but I don't trust Raw whatsoever. Hopefully it's a good match, but I don't trust Raw whatsoever. But Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, like we just said just now, Adam. It's the same thing with Roman Reigns versus Edge. You want, then all of a sudden you bitch and complain. Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
You're just as bad.
Is it our fault? Is it our fault?
Nope.
Or is it your fault? Or is it your fault?
And I guarantee you there's going to be trolls saying, hey, fuck Daniel Bryan. He needs to mind his own business. He's all nosy and Edge's business, man. I guarantee you trolls will say that as soon as SmackDown happens this Friday on Fox with Bryan being at it. I guarantee you trolls will talk shit and say this Friday, oh, fuck Daniel Bryan. He needs to mind his own business. Bryan's all nosy and Edge's business. I guarantee you trolls will say that this Friday as soon as SmackDown happens this Friday on Fox. I guarantee it. Then I want to see where you trolls are going to be. And man, oh man, I can't wait to hear the Trolls' excuses with that this Friday on SmackDown on Fox. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Even the ending of Fastlane last Sunday. I haven't heard one peep from any of you trolls saying, oh, fuck Daniel Bryan, he needs to mind his own business. He's all nosy and Edge's business. I didn't hear one peep from you.
Yeah. Not one.
I didn't hear nothing. Where were you at?
No.
You want Edge versus Roman, then all of a sudden you bitch and complain. It's your fault.
Oh. Awful.
For those of you who wanted Edge versus Roman in the first place, you have no one to blame but yourselves.
Yeah.
Asuka Rhea Ripley, WrestleMania this year for the Women's title. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley should be a good match, but I don't trust Raw to book it right, and the match makes no sense because Rhea's done nothing to earn a shot against Asuka. Rhea's done nothing to earn it against, and Rhea's done nothing on Raw to even earn a shot against Asuka at WrestleMania this year for the Raw Women's title. Illogical booking. And then we go backstage with Adam Pearce. He's asking Drew McIntyre why he saved Sheamus earlier in the night. Drew says he can beat on Sheamus, but he's not going to let McIntyre says he can beat on Sheamus, but he's not going to let two guys jump on him. But McIntyre says he can beat on Sheamus, but he's not going to let two guys jump him. Pearce says Cedric and Shelton asked for a 2-on-1 handicap match tonight against Drew McIntyre. McIntyre says he'll do it, but if he wins, Cedric and Shelton are banned from ringside at WrestleMania, and Adam Pearce agrees. So then the next segment, man. Holy shit, man. Holy shit, Adam.
It's not a good one.
You want to say it, Adam? Because
No, you're the one who can say it. You're the one.
I don't even know where to begin here, though. Miz TV.
Miz and Morrison.
That's why I'm saying, like, holy shit. That's what I'm saying right now, Adam. Holy shit. Who the fuck booked this?
Miz.
Who booked this fucking segment?
Miz and Morrison. Miz TV again.
But it gets worse, folks. This Miz TV segment. How to get people to change a channel. Let's put on Miz TV.
Yeah. Put on Miz TV and have the two biggest bumps be on Monday Night Raw.
On television. But yet we can't get 10 minutes for Aleister Black. Or we couldn't get Andrade there before he and all. If you would have gave Andrade 10 minutes over Miz and Morrison, maybe Andrade wouldn't have asked for his release.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Andrade still would have been there. Why could Keith Lee, you couldn't give him on you couldn't put him on Raw for at least 10 minutes, but you're gonna give it to Miz and Morrison. Ricochet, you can't put him on Raw for 10 fucking minutes, but you want to give it to Miz and John Morrison? And you want to give it to the fucking Miz and John Morrison?
Yeah.
Angel Garza, where is he? Why can't he be on Raw for 10 minutes, but you want to give it to Miz and Morrison?
Awful.
Absolutely fucking awful, man. Miz TV segment. Miz is complaining about being laughed at and ridiculed by Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. Oh, cry me a river, Miz. Cry me a river. Morris, cry me a river, Miz. Cry me a river. Morrison then adds that it was all totally unwarranted. Miz says they don't get the respect they deserve. Miz points out that Bad Bunny is on the WrestleMania poster and he isn't. Miz then shows footage of him hitting Bad Bunny with a guitar last week. The Miz then says they are dropping a diss track in a video that will premiere next week. Miz then gives us a little taste with a clip, and it's I don't know. I don't even know where to begin.
Why? Monday Night Raw,
They
man.
showed a preview of the clip for to be on Raw next week. The Miz and John Morrison. Hey, hey, hop, hop. With Miz and Morrison in a bunny costume. Both Miz and Morrison. Are you fucking for real with this shit? Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me?
John Morrison and The Miz in body costumes.
I don't even know what to say with this, dude.
WrestleMania season is what they want to call this.
Oh, but it is WrestleMania season, man. Back in business, man. Really?
Back in
really?
WrestleMania
Not
season.
with the Miz and Morrison in fucking bunny costumes.
When you have your two professional wrestlers, or when you have two professional wrestlers wear bunny costumes on your wrestling show during your biggest season of all time.
Show.
Supposedly your flagship show, you know you got a big issue.
And the Miz. And this is your former WWE champion, folks. How bad does it look now that they did what they did with McIntyre at the Chamber this year? How bad does it look now?
That's awful. The Miz went from WWE champion 3 weeks ago. Just 3 weeks ago, he was the WWE champion. And now he's going to WrestleMania the same way he's going to walk out of WrestleMania. A loser. The Bad Bunny.
Yep. And John Morrison, man. This guy, John Morrison. Lucha Underground John Morrison and Impact John Morrison. I swear to God that Morrison would eat this current Morrison for fucking lunch. Alive.
Legitimately.
This is fucking embarrassing. This isn't even wrestling anymore. I feel embarrassed
this is a
to watch
circus.
this. I felt absolutely embarrassed watching this last night.
This is not even a professional wrestling show. It's a fucking clown show on Monday nights. It's
After we saw that
show.
fucking Miz TV segment last night on Monday Night Raw. And John
How
Morrison,
could anybody sit there?
the talent of John Morrison, this is what you're doing with John Morrison right now?
I just can't believe it. I just can't believe how anybody could go out. I don't know how anybody could even
takes
sit
Miz
there
and Morrison
and
seriously anymore after this?
Yeah. How could anybody even take Miz and Morrison seriously? Buddy costume. What am I watching? Am I watching Monday Night Raw or fucking Bugs Bunny?
At this point, Bugs Bunny is more entertaining than Monday Night Raw. At least you get enjoyment out of Bugs Bunny. Not Monday Night Raw.
At least if he's so bad, at least if it's so bad, but at the same time it's entertaining and you can't get your eyes off of the television.
And it could be so bad, but it could be so funny for all the right reasons.
Yeah. Monday Night Raw is the complete opposite.
Yeah. And what happens when Bad Bunny beats the Miz this year at WrestleMania? Then what?
Who's going to take the Miz seriously after that?
Here's the answer, clowns. Nobody.
Zero.
Just like Braun Strowman, the Miz is dead and he will never, ever recover. The Miz is right underwater, underneath the ocean, drowning at the bottom of the ocean. That's how dead the Miz is. And that's how right now. That's how dead the Miz is right now. And that's how dead the Miz will be even more after the Miz loses that Bad Bunny this year after WrestleMania.
Yeah, Bad Bunny. Yeah, Puerto Rican rap.
And that's what happened. And that's what happened to the Miz even more after Miz loses the Bad Bunny this year at WrestleMania.
Yeah, who's gonna take the Miz seriously after he loses to Bad Bunny? Nobody.
A fucking rapper and Bad Bunny.
Yeah, a Puerto Rican rapper who's not a professional wrestler to begin with.
and the Miz losing to Bad Bunny. How does anyone take the Miz seriously completely after that? You can't. How do you even recover from that?
You just can't. It's impossible. It's impossible to recover.
When Miz loses to Bad Bunny this year at WrestleMania, you might as well take the Miz off television completely. And get John Morrison away from the Miz now, please. Miz is just dead weight that's holding Morrison down, man. You are absolutely disrespecting John Morrison at this point. A bunny costume? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A guy like John Morrison, so good in Lucha Underground and even in Impact Wrestling, and you're putting John Morrison now in a bunny costume? A bunny costume. Can we get John Morrison away from the fucking Miz, please? Seriously, this is the best you have for John Morrison, a former Intercontinental Champion, a former Tag Team Champion, and this is the best you got for John Morrison. This is the best you can come up with creatively for John Morrison. Are you fucking serious?
Unfucking real, man. Unreal.
Just get Morrison away from the Miz now, please. Can we get Morrison away from the Miz already? Morrison doesn't need the Miz. He can be in the mid card or main event scene. Morrison can be a legit solo act, legitimately in the mid card or main event scene. And Morrison's good enough to be on his own. He doesn't need the Miz. Miz is just blatantly holding him down. Morrison's worth so much. John Morrison is worth so much more than being paired with the fucking Miz. When John Morrison, he can be in the mid card or main event. He could be U.S. champ or IC champ as John Morrison, or he could be WWE champ or Universal champ. Morrison, he could be Universal champ, WWE champ, U.S. champ, IC champ. And Morrison can be any of those four champions, with Morrison being legit solo actor, with Morrison on his own. Morrison's good enough to be on his own. He doesn't need the Miz.
He does not need him.
Absolute fucking garbage. Absolute fucking garbage, man. This wasn't even funny here with Miz and Morrison in a funny costume. This wasn't even funny. And he thought that was bad. It's going to get worse with the actual thing of this thing with the Miz talk. And you thought this preview thing was bad. It's going to get worse next week when they show the whole clip. When Miz shows the whole clip on Raw next week, it'll be worse. It'll be worse.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah, you want to call this WrestleMania season, right? Sure.
Yeah, Vince McMahon. Sure. Yeah, Vince McMahon.
And listen to this.
Dunn.
Aleister Black doesn't have a Mania match. Neither does the Riot Squad or Bayley. Hopefully Bayley does. Maybe Bayley and Io Shirai at WrestleMania this year. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but Bayley and Io Shirai.
We never know.
Bayley and Io Shirai, that would be nice.
Yeah, but the Riot Squad,
Bayley, hopefully she has a match. Aleister Black, Andrade, though he got released. Ricochet, Keith Lee, Angel Garza, Cedric and Shelton of the Hurt Business, Akira Tozawa, Drew Gulak.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy. And we'll talk about him shortly because he fought the Miz right after this. Those guys don't have Mania matches. And Grand Metalik, Lindsay Dorado as well. Forgot to mention them. They don't have Mania matches. But Bad Bunny does over them.
Yeah, but The Miz and Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman
and Bad Bunny
have WrestleMania matches. And Bad Bunny as well. They have WrestleMania matches over those guys.
And you find nothing wrong in that. Terrible.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay to you.
Yeah. Fucking terrible.
Yeah, let me see the ratings for Monday Night Raw before we head into WrestleMania.
And I swear to God, Miz vs. Bad Bunny this year at WrestleMania. That better be a one-off with Bad Bunny. Just have your match at Mania, Bad Bunny. Get your paycheck, leave wrestling, and go back to fucking rapping where you belong.
Nobody's gonna miss you on Monday Night Raw.
Because I know what Bad Bunny's gonna do. He's gonna go into WrestleMania. He's gonna wrestle. He's gonna beat the Miz. He's gonna pick up his paycheck, and then he's gonna leave wrestling. And he's gonna go and he will go right back to rapping. Is Bad Bunny? I guarantee.
And he's also going to talk about how he got a victory over a former WWE champion.
Because mostly celebrities, it's like all they think about is the famousness and the money, and most of these celebrities, that's all they care about.
Yeah, because that's all they give a fuck about.
And because mostly celebrities are selfish. Like mostly celebrities, all they care about is the fame and the money. That's it. That's all they give a shit about. Most of these celebrities, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
Miz versus Bad Bunny this year at WrestleMania. Bad Bunny will beat the Miz. Bad Bunny will leave wrestling and he'll go. Bad Bunny will leave wrestling and he'll go right back to rapping. And Bad Bunny, you'll have your match this year at WrestleMania against the Miz. You will, and you'll beat the Miz. But Bad Bunny, after you beat the Miz, leave wrestling, go back to rapping, and stay rapping. Leave wrestling and go back and go back to rapping and stay at rapping. Bad Bunny, we don't need you on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
It's bad. Raw is bad enough already. We don't need Bad Bunny.
Unreal, man. Unreal.
Yep. Miz is then on a mission. Miz then says he's on a mission to show all celebrities that he can't do what they do. Miz then challenges Bad Bunny to a match at WrestleMania. Miz then says Bad Bunny should watch at what he does to Jeff Hardy next, and Jeff Hardy's music hits, and then we get The Miz with John Morrison versus Jeff Hardy. Hardy tells Miz to be a real man and sends Morrison to the back. Morrison gets ejected from ringside. Miz obliges. Hardy sends Miz into the top turnbuckle. Miz and Hardy trade strikes. Hardy lands a splash off the second rope. Miz counters a twist. Jeff Hardy then goes for a twist of fate. It's Jeff Hardy. Miz counters it and sends Hardy into the ring post. Skull-crushing finale by The Miz. And The Miz beats Jeff Hardy. And then as Miz is celebrating, Bad Bunny's music hits. Or Bad Bunny then hits Miz in the back with the guitar. And then Bad Bunny grabs the mic and says, I accept. And then Bad Bunny grabs the mic and says, I accept your challenge, bitch. And then that was that.
Jeff Hardy continues to be a glorified jobber on Monday night.
And I absolutely hate to fucking say that.
This man needs to escape from Monday Night Raw. Jeff Hardy needs to escape.
On Raw. He needs to be off Raw.
Yeah. This guy, he is doing nothing but lose on Monday Night Raw.
Ever since Jeff Hardy, ever since he came to Raw last October in the draft, he's just been losing.
Now, what has he done on Monday Night Raw that is important? Feuding with Elias and Jackson Rycock?
Yeah, now losing to the fucking Miz, the biggest fucking jobber on Monday Night Raw right now. Losing to the fucking Miz, the biggest fucking bum on Monday Night Raw right now.
If anybody doesn't find a problem with that, open your eyes.
Absolutely fucking terrible, man. Absolutely fucking terrible. And Jeff Hardy, he got drafted to Raw last October in the draft. You'd think Raw would push him as a top guy on the red brand. Nope.
What did they do? He's just like everyone else.
Even the men's rumble this year. Jeff Hardy was the first one eliminated. Jeff Hardy was the first one eliminated in this year's men's Royal Rumble. And you find nothing wrong in that? And Jeff was off Raw. And Jeff was off Raw TV for weeks. And Jeff was not on. And Jeff Hardy, he was not on TV on Raw. He was not on Raw TV for weeks as of late.
For weeks.
On Main Event and catering on sitting in the back and catering on Monday Night Raw and Main Event, a show that nobody watches.
Unreal.
Jeff Hardy, they need to get Jeff Hardy off Raw. If there's another draft to shake up the shirt, after WrestleMania, Jeff Hardy, they need to move Jeff Hardy back to fucking SmackDown.
Yeah. They need if anybody needs to be drafted more than anyone, it's Jeff Hardy.
If there's anybody that needs to move to SmackDown, it's Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. He's gonna continue to do nothing on Monday Night Raw.
Jeff will go absolutely nowhere if he continues to remain on Raw. Just move Jeff back to SmackDown and put him in a SmackDown feud with Roman Reigns. Could you imagine Jeff Hardy and Roman Reigns in a SmackDown program over the Universal title? Take my fucking money.
That would be much better than seeing Jeff Hardy lose to the fucking Miz.
Not only will that give Jeff good sympathy, but Roman beating the ever living shit out of Jeff Hardy. Imagine the even more heel heat Roman Reigns would get as a heel.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's how beloved Jeff Hardy is. Roman beating the absolute shit out of Jeff. That would get Roman as a heel. That would get Roman over as a heel even more. That's how beloved Jeff Hardy is.
Yeah.
Same thing if you put Roman Reigns in there with a Rey Mysterio. Roman beating the shit out of Rey, that makes Roman over as a heel even more so. That's how beloved Rey Mysterio is. Get Jeff Hardy off Monday Night Raw. Get Jeff off of Raw. Because he's doing nothing on Raw. And Raw's not gonna have any plans for Jeff Hardy. Get Jeff Hardy off Raw. And then we get the next segment. AJ Styles and Omos in-ring segment. Styles and Omos talk about how great the New Day is. No matter how great, they cannot lose against Kingston and Woods. Styles predicts new tag team champions at WrestleMania. Woods and Kingston then interrupt. Kingston and Woods then joke that for Styles and Omos to be tag team champions, they have to actually be a team because they are not. For once, that I will agree with Kofi and Woods.
Yeah, at least they said something right there, the New Day.
Yeah. Kingston then says, Styles doesn't even know Omos. Kingston then asks a bunch of questions to Styles about Omos. And now, this part of the segment, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Kingston and Woods then say in the segment, "Can Omos even wrestle?" And I absolutely laughed my fucking ass off.
Can he wrestle? I highly doubt it.
Kingston and Woods were even like, "Can Omos even wrestle? Can he even wrestle in that ring?" And I fucking laughed.
I highly doubt it.
That was probably one of the only few positives of Raw last night.
Yeah.
That was one of the only few positives of Raw last night. And then Styles then gets every single one of them wrong. Styles then tells Kingston to get in the ring so he can kick his butt. AJ does. Styles doesn't say ass. Styles then. What happened?
What questions did they even ask him that he was wrong?
Yeah. And then Styles then stiffly swivels his hips while he chants, AJ rocks. Then Omos joins in. And then we get the next match on the show from Raw last night. Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles with Omos. Typical formulaic Raw fucking garbage booking, man. Illogical too. with Monday Night Raw.
When there's a tag team match, let's book singles matches, and with guys trading victories left and right.
Or actually, it's like, it's like a feud with the tag team champions and the challengers. Have one half of the champions versus one half of the challengers to build intrigue, which is formulaic, and the champions lose clean.
Yeah.
Have one half of the tag champs versus one half of their upcoming challengers in a one-on-one match. Oh, but that still works, man. It works back in the day, man.
Just because it worked back in the day, it's not going to work now.
Yeah, it may have worked in the 80s and 90s, but now, no.
Yeah.
Kofi versus Styles. Typical formulaic Raw garbage. Tag team champions uses one half of the Raw tag team champions versus one half of the challengers, one-on-one singles match. How creative. Bruce, Vince, done, you fucking clowns.
Unfucking.
And Styles versus Kofi here. We had Kingston and Styles trading headlocks. Headlock, this is badass.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, because that's exactly what
What we want to see in a wrestling show. Headlock.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Kingston surprises Styles with a flying back elbow. We got a monkey flip from Kingston. And then we got Styles sending Kingston into the ring steps. We then get a boom drop from Kofi. Kofi then calls for trouble in paradise, but Styles clocks it. But Styles blocks it with an but then Styles hits an enziguri. Styles then tries an elbow in the corner, but Kingston spins into a kick. Styles cuts Kingston off. Kingston blocks Styles' superplex attempt. Kingston with a gourd buster to Styles off the top from Kingston. Frog splash from Kofi to Styles' back. Styles reverses the SOS into a calf crusher to AJ Styles. Kingston manages to get to the bottom rope to break the submission. Kingston then rolls Styles up. Kingston then rolls up Styles. Styles kicks out, and then he drop kicks Kingston in the knee. Then after this, then AJ then calls for the phenomenal forearm. And then as Styles starts his springboard and all, Woods then blows into Francesca 2 Championships Edition. AJ gets distracted by this. Styles then tells Omos to take care of Woods. Kingston then surprises Styles with the SOS for the win, and Kofi Kingston defeats AJ Styles. Your thoughts on all this?
My thoughts on all this. What thoughts?
So AJ was distracted by Francesca, part 2. And AJ runs into an SOS, and Kofi beats Styles with the SOS.
So AJ Styles loses a match because he was distracted by a trombone.
But why are you complaining about that, man?
A fucking trombone was the reason why AJ Styles lost the match.
You kidding me?
Oh my god.
Oh, this match didn't really mean anything, to be honest.
What did it mean?
Nothing really special here.
There's no tag team division on Monday Night Raw, so why should we care? If WWE doesn't care about their shit division and their tag team titles, why should we care?
Oh, but Vince cares about it, man. Yeah, he cares about it, all right. So much so.
Yeah, then why is there no tag teams? Why does he break up every single tag team, then mash up well together?
But Vince loves tag team wrestling, man. Sure he does. Sure he does.
Sure he does. If he loved tag team wrestling than heavy machinery when none have been broken up.
Oh, but you gotta change and adapt and evolve all the time, man. You can't be the same old shit all the time, man. You gotta change, adapt, and evolve, man, like Chris Jericho and William Regal did back in the day, man. You can't be the same old shit all the time, man. Here's a saying, clowns.
If it's not broken,
don't fix it.
If it's still good and people still loving it, then don't change it.
Don't change what doesn't need to be changed. Don't change something. Don't change something just for the sake of changing it. If there's nothing wrong with it, leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's not broken, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Unreal.
Kofi versus Styles didn't really mean much, to be honest.
It didn't mean anything to begin with.
Yeah. And then we go backstage, and Sheamus then is then shown backstage, and he says that he took the match with Lashley because that's the type of man he is. Sheamus says he hates Drew McIntyre, but McIntyre came to the ring because of respect. Sheamus didn't want or need his help. Then says Sheamus then says he didn't want or need his help. And then Matt Riddle rolls on in on a scooter, does Matt Riddle, and he asks a bunch of questions. Sheamus then ends up hitting Riddle with his own scooter, and then Riddle's writhing in pain, and he asks if it was something he said. So, WrestleMania this year for the U.S. title. Do we get Matt Riddle and Sheamus for the United States Championship this year at WrestleMania? That could be where they're going.
Yeah, this could be where they'd be going. Well, this is where they would be going.
I mean, Matt it's Riddle possible with what we saw last night. It's possible, could be a possibility. But I mean,
yeah,
Sheamus and Matt Riddle, they have good in-ring chemistry, but we've seen them before. I will say that, but I do want to say this. Well, would it be a good match at Mania? Yes, but who would you have the winner of this match be? I'd give it to Sheamus, to be honest.
Yeah, I would, yeah. Same thing, maybe. But I would keep it on Matt Riddle.
Though Matt Riddle's been booked as a geek on Raw.
Well, why would he lose a title after 2 months? I mean, you know.
But I mean, Matt Riddle's been a geek on Raw as of late. It's not even his fault. It's not even Matt Riddle's fault, but I don't know. Sheamus is good at what he does, though. But though he's lost at least 3 times over the past week, but Sheamus, though one of my favorites, but perhaps he could win.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what could happen.
Sheamus and Matt Riddle, is this the direction they go with the U.S. title for this year at WrestleMania? It's possible.
Well,
do we get a multi-man match for the U.S. title this year at WrestleMania with Matt Riddle, Sheamus? Do they add a Keith Lee? Do they add other people? I don't know.
We don't know.
But we'll see what happens. But your thoughts on this backstage skit and Matt Riddle continuing to be a geek on Monday Night Raw?
I don't like this. I don't
Matt
like
Riddle's
this.
still riding on a scooter.
And he's your United States champion, by the way. He's your United States champion, and he's driving scooters on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, but this Matt Riddle, this would have happened in NXT, man. Sure.
This would have never have happened in NXT.
Oh, but
you
it would never see this.
Would have. If it did, somebody would have gotten fired.
Yeah. Remember when Matt Riddle was in NXT? Remember when Matt Riddle was in NXT? We were laughing with him.
Yeah. And he had this Broserweights thing with Pete Dunne that was actually entertaining as well.
It was an oddball pairing, but it worked. And it was and it was genuine. It wasn't forced. It came natural and it just was genuine. It was a genuine tag team. And it oddball pairing, yes, because Matt Riddle with the bro thing and Pete Dunne being the Bruiserweight. Yeah, it was an oddball pairing with the men's Dusty Classic from 2020 last year. But you know what? The Broserweights with Matt Riddle, Pete Dunne, it worked.
It worked perfectly. But here on Monday Night Raw,
and they were organically and genuinely and naturally over.
Yeah, because they weren't forced upon us.
They weren't forced at all. And Triple H was booking them because Triple H actually knows talent and cares about talent. Does Triple H? Because Triple H cares, and he cares about because Triple H actually cares, and Triple H cares about the talent, and he knows that, and he knows talent. Vince McMahon, forget about it.
But here on Monday Night Raw, Matt Riddle is driving scooters.
Awful.
Scooters, folks. Scooters. Am I watching Monday Night Raw, or am I watching a movie where they have the scene in the beach where people is hanging out and they swim and they drive beach buggies and scooters?
Terrible. And this is not even Matt Riddle's fault. It's not even his fault.
Okay, we call for someone's head.
They have booked Matt Riddle like an absolute geek on Monday Night Raw for months now.
For months. Okay.
Matt Riddle's been a geek on Raw for months now. And it's not even his fault. But Monday Night Raw, anything they touch, they fucking ruin.
Anything Monday Night Raw touches, they turn to shit.
The Matt Riddle we're seeing right now on Raw, this would have never, ever happened in NXT.
You would have never seen this shit happen in NXT. Never. But this is Monday Night Raw.
And if you think it would have happened in NXT, you're a fucking idiot.
But this is Monday Night Raw. They don't give a fuck about what they're doing.
They're making all this money from Peacock. They don't got to do a thing.
Yeah. They're making all this billions and billions of dollars, and they don't care about what they do on
the Peacock deal, the Saudi Arabia blood money deal, the TV deal contracts with NBC, Universal, and Fox Sports.
Unfucking.
And then and then the Peacock deal. They're floating on this big thing of cash as Vince, Dunn, and Bruce, and especially Vince McMahon. Vince is floating on this big thing of cash. Vince doesn't have to do a thing.
Awful, man.
The more money WWE makes, the worse they get. Oh, but if WWE lost money, then still won't change, man. Says the clown.
Sure, he won't change. Sure, he won't change.
Yeah. The more money WWE makes, the worse they get. The more money WWE makes, the worse they become. And then we get the next match from Raw last night. 2-on-1 handicap match. Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin of the Hurt Business. If McIntyre wins, Benjamin and Alexander are banned from ringside at WrestleMania. We got McIntyre launched out of the ring. We got Benjamin chop blocking McIntyre. Suicide dive from Cedric. Benjamin and Cedric then whip McIntyre into the barricade. We got Benjamin and Cedric both taking turns working over Drew. Drew then surprises Benjamin with a Glasgow kiss. McIntyre fires up and drops both Cedric and Shelton with the Claymore kick. McIntyre pins Cedric, and McIntyre wins. And Cedric and Shelton are both banned from WrestleMania. And Benjamin and Cedric, and Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander are both banned from ringside from WrestleMania this year with this year's WrestleMania match with the WWE title match with Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. So let me get this. They do. So I have a lot to say on this, man. Drew beats Cedric and Shelton. I got something to say on this. So they basically sacrificed Cedric and Shelton, and they pretty much fed them to Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Cedric and Shelton, you pretty much feed them to Drew McIntyre. You pretty much sacrifice Cedric and Shelton. I swear, Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard, do they really hate the Hurt Business this much?
Don't be surprised if they do.
Absolutely awful. And like I said in the beginning of this video, guys, are they really breaking up the Hurt Business? God, I fucking hope not.
I hope not. That would be stupid.
You have no fucking tag teams on Monday Night Raw. None.
You have 0. And you already plan on breaking another tag team up?
Oh, but AJ Styles and Omos is them, man. They don't count.
They are not a tag team. There's no tag teams on Monday Night Raw. Forget about tag teams. You might as well abolish the Raw tag team titles if you have no tag teams.
Yeah. I mean, the Raw tag team titles, they've been worthless. I mean, the Raw tag team titles, they've been worthless since WrestleMania 34 when they were won by Braun Strowman and Nicholas.
Legitimately.
What, a 10-year-old boy?
Awful.
What, a 10-year-old kid? Who was the son of a referee?
That's awful.
Absolutely fucking awful. And then we go backstage. MVP chastises Cedric and Shelton for screwing this up. MVP chastises Cedric and Shelton for screwing this up. Lashley then barges in and he says, if they cannot get the job done, he'll find someone who can to take out McIntyre. Lashley then stomps into the men's locker room. I think you've seen Drew Gulak, Akira Tozawa. Ricochet was shown. Yes, Ricochet was shown.
Richard O'Shea was found.
I can't hear you, dude.
Well, Loser Shea was found. Catering O'Shea found.
Loser O'Shea, Richard O'Shea. It's Ricochet, Neon.
Where?
In NXT and Lucha Underground in the Indies, all right, but and NXT, okay. Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw, mate. Oh my! On Monday Night Raw. Monday.
Absolutely awful. So Ricochet was shown in the men's locker room backstage. So was Akira Tozawa, Drew Gulak. I think you had Angel Garza. I think you had the Lucha House Party and Humberto Carrillo, I believe.
Yeah, you pretty much seen all the catering VIPs. Well, you pretty much seen all the catering VIPs on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
I wonder if they finished.
Go ahead.
I wonder if Titus Catering had nothing to do tonight. Yeah, I wonder if Titus Catering had nothing to do for Monday Night Raw, and they just decided to randomly show up.
Yeah, though they. Yeah, or maybe they were cooking maybe they were cooking a chicken parm in the oven and they were just waiting for it to bake in the oven. They put it in the oven and they were just waiting for it to be fully cooked in the oven. Maybe Titus O'Neil told them, "Hey guys, there's a chicken parm in the oven. You don't have to watch the chicken parm bake in the oven. You can take a break." I guarantee you, Titus may have said that. Come on, not again. Froze again. Third time this has happened. Adam's been frozen. This is terrible. This sucks. This sucks. It absolutely sucks. I don't even know. Oh boy. I don't even know anymore. This internet, man, just kicking at him out. This better let him back in. Because I don't even know what to say anymore. This is getting a little ridiculous now. Oh, there we go.
Well, I'm back, bro. Bro.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, I was looking at my phone. Apparently, Danny Burch separated his shoulder last week during the main event of NXT.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Hopefully, Burch is all right. Hopefully, he doesn't have to miss much time.
Yeah. Hopefully, he doesn't miss too much time.
Yeah. That could easily.
Yeah, but this is what happens when they book a match that was unnecessary.
Not absolutely, but it was unnecessary. But
yeah, I could have been avoided at the same time.
Not absolutely, but could have easily been avoided. But I do agree with that. But also speaking of NXT, it's all but confirmed they're going on Tuesdays. Good.
Good.
Wrestling News Co. I think reported it. I know this is not Raw related, and folks, I know this is not Raw related. Read something earlier this morning. I read it this morning. I even liked and retweeted it. WWE's production calendar further confirms NXT's move to Tuesdays. Good.
Good.
NXT is much better off on. This is the best thing for NXT.
It's the best thing for everyone, every wrestling fan.
Now on Wednesdays they don't have to counter program like with last week, but that's not Triple H's fault from NXT last week with the tag team match situation from last week's NXT. That's not Triple H's fault. That's Vince's fucking ego.
Yeah.
And now NXT is going to go to Tuesdays. Now they can't counter program anymore.
Good.
Now NXT won't counter program anymore. And this is the move to Tuesdays is legit the best thing for NXT. It's legitimately the best thing for NXT. And if you don't think that, open your fucking eyes. You know? Anyways.
Yeah.
So Lashley, he marched and stomps right into the men's locker room, this Lashley, and he screams that whoever takes out McIntyre before WrestleMania gets a title shot. Says Lashley. Does jacked up Humberto Carrillo take out McIntyre and gets a title shot? You know he's on the ginger juice.
Yeah. No, he's not getting a WWE title match. He's not.
He won't. I'm only joking, guys. Anyway. Yeah. Next match, I should say. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with Reginald versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Oh, joy. It gets worse here on Monday Night Raw, folks. Just gets even more worse.
Man, I can't believe they gave away a WrestleMania match on Monday Night Raw. Said nobody ever.
Shayna and Nia versus Mandy and Dana. Is that even a Mania match? Is that even a Mania-worthy match?
We've seen it already. How many times have we seen it already?
Burn the women's tag team titles.
Unfucking. Do we even need to go over this match? Do we need to go over move for move? Because I did not even watch.
We had Reginald backflipping all the way down the ramp. We had more Reginald bullshit in this match. Reginald was getting in the ring and does another flip as Reginald. Jax flattens Brooke with a Samoan drop for the win. Nia and Shayna win. More Reginald bullshit. I'm sick of it.
Oh my god! I'll be lying to you if I say I did not watch this match.
Or you mean you'd be lying if you said you'd watch this match?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I was not even watching this match. to begin with. All I was doing was falling asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell
garbage.
asleep during this match. Yeah, I fell asleep during this match.
Terrible. Shayna and Nia beat Dana and Mandy. Who cares? Next. Then we go backstage with Alexa Bliss, and she says you cannot always get what you want. And Alexa says you cannot always get what you want. And Randy Orton should be careful what he wishes for. Then we go to the next in-ring segment. Elias and Shane McMahon.
No.
Oh man.
Elias, Shane McMahon, Jackson Rycock, and Braun Strowman.
Well, Elias, Jackson Riker, and Shane McMahon, they have Elias doing this Ladies and Gentlemen Elias, and Elias playing his guitar. Elias, dead and stale novelty act. Elias still with the same old tired gimmick. Elias is nothing but a one-trick pony he's a dead and stale novelty act now as Elias, yeah. Because that's all Elias does is play music. That's all Elias is good for is playing music. The guy can't wrestle for shit. He's Elias.
Yeah.
And Elias playing his guitar, doing a music concert, and I'm watching some am I watching a wrestling show or am I watching a concert at this point? I can't even tell anymore.
And by the way, bro, remember a few months ago, you remember when Monday Night Raw got a record low rating back in December of 2020? And and there was a report that says that WWE management and Vince McMahon got the message and they reportedly get it. And Vince McMahon was looking for, listen to this, out of the box ideas on how to fix Monday Night Raw.
And not just Vince McMahon, USA Network as well, who are both just in which Vince and USA Network, they're both just as bad. If this is their idea of out of the box ideas, then they're just as fucking bad.
Yeah.
And USA Network is a shitty network too.
Out of the box ideas, USA Network and Vince McMahon has come up with. Yeah, out of the box ideas being one of them being Elias, Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman. And
Shane and Elias and Jackson Riker, they say they wrote a song about Braun Strowman called "Braun is Stupid." Braun Strowman then walks down to the ring and he tells Shane he doesn't care if he has a Strowman then tells Shane he doesn't care if he has a peg leg. He's going to get the ass whipping coming to him. Strowman then says that he has the song Elias is familiar with. It's called "The Man Who Got These Hands." Wow. Wow. How innovative, Mr. Strowman.
Yeah, how intimidating there, Mr. Braun Strowman. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Bro, the man who got these hands. Are you kidding me?
Who speaks like that?
And this is your former Universal Champion, dude.
Yeah, the worst Universal Champion in the history of this company.
Yeah. And then we got Elias for Shane McMahon. And then we got Elias with Shane McMahon. Oh, I thought it was Elias for Shane McMahon. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, Elias versus Shane McMahon. Please, no.
Elias with Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman. We saw this match from last Sunday at Fastlane. Now we're getting this match again. We didn't want to see it. We didn't want to see it the first time at Fastlane last Sunday. What makes you think we want to see it again from last night?
Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
Elias versus Braun Strowman. We had Strowman tossing Elias all over the place. And then Strowman is flooring Elias and Riker with the Strowman Express.
Yeah. You might as well set the video again. You might as well set them. No, you might as well show them.
Well, I don't have the choo-choo. But
yeah, I know, but you might as well show the video that.
But I don't know. I don't want to get. I don't want to get copyright though. I don't want to take a chance with this. I don't want to get. I don't want to get copyright strike. I know.
That you made, the video you made yourself.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe the next video. But I don't want to take the chance right now because I don't.
Yeah.
When I upload this video, I don't want it to get like copyright strike, and I can't upload the video publicly. So I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. Okay. No problem there.
But it's all right. I don't want to get it. I really don't want to get copyright strike. I don't.
Yeah, well, the Strowman Express got more gas pumped it.
Not only that, they added a train sound effect to his Strowman running Strowman Express thing. I swear they did this. Watch Raw last night. They actually did it. I kid you not. They actually did it.
Braun Strowman is an actual train on Monday Night Raw, man. Oh, Joe. I can't believe this. I can't believe. And this is WrestleMania season, folks. This is WWE's version of WrestleMania season.
My God. All there's missing is Thomas the Tank Engine's theme song for Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's all it's missing for Braun.
Yeah. My God. And then shitty ass power slam on Elias for the 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman beats Elias. Who gives a fuck? Really, who gives a fuck? Then after the match, Shane then hits Strowman with his crutch. Strowman is totally unfazed by it. Shane runs away like a scalded dog. Strowman's livid and pissed, and then Strowman grabs the mic and says, Shane's knee is clearly fine. Strowman then challenges Shane to a match at WrestleMania. Shane accepts and tells Strowman he can have whatever kind of match he wants. And then Braun says, Shane at WrestleMania. And then Braun says that, and then Braun says to Shane that at WrestleMania, you're gonna get the most absolute ass beating of your life by Braun Strowman at WrestleMania, and you're gonna get these hands, blah blah blah. Who gives a flying fuck?
Excuses from Mr. Braun Strowman.
Braun versus Shane official for WrestleMania this year. Bathroom break match.
What?
That is my bathroom. I am not watching that. I am not watching that match this year for WrestleMania. That is my bathroom with that match.
Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Yet they couldn't give me 20 minutes of Andrade when he was still there.
If you would have gave that to Andrade, maybe Andrade would not have asked for his release.
Yeah, if you gave 20 minutes to Andrade, Cien Almas,
it's Andrade, man. It's the same shit.
It's the same fucking name. If you gave 20 minutes to Andrade and you gave him a big role for WrestleMania and you booked him the way he should have been booked, then maybe he would have not asked to get fired. Maybe he would have not asked
or released
to get released. He would have not asked to get released from his contract.
You couldn't give me 20 minutes of Aleister Black or Ricochet. Keith Lee.
You couldn't.
Keith Lee. Oh, but Keith Lee is fat. Keith Lee needs to go back to the Performance Center. Keith Lee's a fat slob. He needs to lose weight because Keith Lee is fat. Keith Lee is fat, Bruce.
You couldn't give me 20 minutes of Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you couldn't give those guys that we mentioned 20 minutes and give them a big role for WrestleMania? Yet Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman need 3 segments every Monday night on Raw.
Awful. If you don't find anything wrong in this, you are a complete fucking imbecile.
I'm fucking real. And then they want to know. And then Vince McMahon, then Kevin Dunn, then Bruce Pritchard, and all of Vince McMahon's yes men. Then they wonder why Monday Night Raw can't hit 2 million viewers on a weekly basis.
Yeah, but everything's so great and peaceful and great in the WWE universe, man. Sure it is.
Sure.
That's why
But yeah,
that's why myself and Adam are here.
Yeah, and then Monday Night Raw, Vince McMahon, he wonders why Monday Night Raw can hit 2 million viewers in the middle of WrestleMania season.
Awful.
1.7 and 1.8 is the rating they get every Monday in the middle of WrestleMania season. Awful. That's okay to you? That is okay.
You find nothing wrong in that? When you have that, you know you got a fucking issue.
And what's gonna happen after WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I guarantee you they'll be hitting 1.4s and 1.2s after WrestleMania. And then I want to see
that could very well happen.
And then I want to see the excuses that Vince McMahon come up with. And I want to see who he blames next for his fight, for his shortcomings and his failures.
Yeah. Awful. Awful. Moving on. And then we got the main event segment from Raw last night. Randy Orton summons the Fiend. I'm out of this. Orton makes his way down to the ring. He's carrying around something that is covered with a sheet. Orton says it seems like just yesterday that he dropped a match on the Fiend. Orton didn't finish the job. After tonight, there will be no more Fiend or Alexa Bliss. After tonight, the bullshit comes to an end. And Randy Orton actually said bullshit, and they did not beep it out, by the way.
Which is surprising.
Yeah. The less PG shit on Monday Night Raw, the better.
Oh, look, Monday Night Raw. They're saying curse words on Monday Night Raw. For how many weeks now?
The more something like that we hear on Raw, the better.
Yeah.
The more something like that we hear on Raw on Monday nights, the better. The better.
For the better.
Bliss then walks out on the stage and with a jack in the box does Bliss. Then Bliss reminds Orton to be careful what he wishes for. Bliss then triggers the jack in the box. And then this sets off an explosion. And then the Fiend sound effects go off. And then the lights go off, and then they come back on with the red lighting, and it's the Fiend appearing behind Randy Orton. Orton reveals he was carrying a gas can. Orton pours the gas all over the Fiend, who doesn't budge. Orton grabs a box of matches. The Fiend starts to walk towards Orton, does the Fiend. Orton hits an RKO, but Bliss tries to sneak up behind Orton, but Orton turns around. The Fiend gets up and puts Orton in the mandible claw. The Fiend then hits Sister Abigail. Bliss points at the WrestleMania sign. And then Bliss and Orton are celebrating in the ring as they point to the WrestleMania sign. And then towards the end of the show, they had the WrestleMania graphic for this year's WrestleMania, one of the matches for this year's WrestleMania official, The Fiend versus Randy Orton. And then Raw goes off the air with Raw from last night. The Fiend versus Randy Orton, it is official for this year's WrestleMania. And it's on night 2 for this year's WrestleMania. The Fiend versus Orton is official for Mania, and I don't care.
2021 is about to get even worse for Randy Orton.
Can we this Fiend and Orton bullshit? Can we end it already? And can we get Orton out of this shit? And can we get Orton in something much better and more relevant? Orton deserves better. A 14-time world champion. And this is what you're doing with Randy Orton.
And we're heading in.
They need to get Randy Orton out of this bullshit fast.
Yeah. And we're heading in. Look at this, bro. Look at this. We're heading into the 3rd month. We're heading into the 4th month of 2021. And Randy Orton has already had embarrassment after embarrassment after embarrassment every fucking week on Monday Night Raw. This has not been a good year for this guy so far.
Randy Orton just cannot catch a break.
Can't catch a break. Like, look what they've been doing with Randy Orton so far this year. He got Fireball, and I use that term loosely. Fireball shot his face. The next week they had to wear a cheap luchador mask.
Yeah.
They haven't been the first one out of the Elimination Chamber match during the WWE title main event
by Kofi Kingston, and then before that, the Raw Gauntlet before the Raw Chamber match this year, the Raw Gauntlet.
Yeah, then the Raw Gauntlet where they made him look like an idiot when he got counted out when Alexa Bliss did not even came out, and then they had him be the first one eliminated in the WWE title Elimination Chamber match via a roll up, clean
from Kofi
by
Kingston.
The way.
From Kofi Kingston, clean.
Clean, yeah. Every single week, the same old segments with Alexa Bliss, and he gets black liquid.
Orton spitting out black shit and black goo, and
black liquid.
And Bliss distracting Orton by Bliss having Orton spit out black gunk in a match with Orton and Styles from the main event of Raw from weeks ago, making Orton look like a complete fucking idiot.
And then last night, and then at Fastlane, he loses to Alexa Bliss. Yes, folks, yes. Randy Orton lost to a woman who's the size of his own chest.
Last Sunday at Fastlane, by the way, guys.
Yes. Randy Orton lost to a woman who is literally the same size as his chest.
And it was in the and Bliss versus Orton at Fastlane last Sunday. It was not even a match.
It wasn't even a match. And then the very next night on Raw, he gets Mandible Clawed and Sister Abigail with the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Who's dead just like the Miz and Braun Strowman is the Fiend. You can thank Bill Goldberg for that with Super Showdown 2020.
Oh my God.
Awful.
Just look at the things that I mentioned here for Randy Orton so far in 2021. And you find no issue with that? You find no issue with that.
A 14-time world champion is Randy Orton, and this is what you're doing with him. And this is what you're doing with Randy Orton.
This is how you're booking Randy Orton on Monday Night Raw. Instead of actually having him work with other guys like Ricochet or Damian Priest and help them get over.
And Matt Riddle.
Yeah, because, Randy Orton is a legend in this industry, and instead of using his star power to put others over and help them, you want to put him in a
make
feud.
Others look good and make people look good and put them over.
You instead put him in a feud against a dead character in the
Fiend. Can we just bring back the Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt at this point? That's how fucking dead the Fiend is. It's dead. The Fiend is fucking dead.
And this was your main event segment for Monday Night Raw, by the way. That is your main event for Monday Night Raw. This is the lasting image that you want people to see on Monday Night Raw. The lasting image that you want people to see before they turn off their TV when Monday Night Raw goes off the air and they go to sleep.
Absolutely horrible.
Unfucking believable.
Remember when Orton was booked as the heel properly as? Remember when Randy Orton when he was booked properly as a heel back in like SmackDown the summer of like July the summer of 2018 when he was pulling on Jeff Hardy's earlobe? Where's that Randy Orton?
Yeah, why isn't he ripping off the Fiend's mask?
Like the SmackDown Live after Extreme Rules 2018, where Randy Orton was Randy Orton. It was Nakamura versus Jeff for the U.S. Where it was the U.S. title match in the main event with Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke Nakamura. Orton attacked Jeff and turned heel when Orton was pulling on Jeff Hardy's earlobe. Remember that? Where is that Randy Orton? That Randy Orton I swear to God, he would eat this. He would eat this current Orton alive.
Legitimately, he would.
Yeah. Where is that Randy Orton? What happened to that Orton?
Yeah. If that version of Randy Orton was on Monday Night Raw, he would have ripped the Fiend's mask off.
Yeah. Instead of what we're getting right now.
And he would have RKO'd Alexa Bliss without mercy.
Yeah. Or when last year when he RKO'd Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
From last year, which was great. With Edge versus Orton going into their match for Mania last year.
Where is that
going into the match for Mania from last year? Going into the match for Mania last year.
Yeah. And where is that Randy Orton? Yet here he is on Monday Night Raw getting embarrassed
And Randy Orton saying about Beth Phoenix, how are your kids? How is your husband? When Orton said to Beth Phoenix back in episode of Raw last year, right before the pandemic last year, from Orton to Randy Orton to Beth Phoenix.
Do this when I forced myself to do it, or was that's what he said? I don't know, but I think it was kind of long.
Like he asked Beth Phoenix, how are your kids? How is your husband Edge doing? What Orton said to Beth Phoenix on Raw last year.
Yeah.
Where's that Randy Orton? Or Randy Orton, or the Randy Orton, like, you know, like Orton and Styles going into their match from Mania 35 a couple years ago, where Orton was talking about AJ and the Indies, when Orton was talking about the AJ Styles and the Indies. Where's that Randy Orton?
This is the best they got for him on Monday Night Raw. This is the best they got for him. He needs to get out of this feud as soon as possible.
Yeah. The sooner they get Orton and the Fiend. Just end it already. Just get it over with at Mania and just end it right now. The sooner they get Orton away from the Fiend and out of this shit feud, the better for Randy Orton. He deserves so much better. Or Randy Orton deserves a lot much better.
Yeah, they should not even be feuding with the Fiend. He should be feuding with the likes of Damian Priest and Ricochet.
And Matt
Not
Riddle.
the Fiend.
And Matt
I'm going to
Riddle.
get out of here, right? I'm going to get out of here. Right?
Yeah. Raw sucks. Raw was garbage. This is not Mania season. Raw continues to be garbage, as always. Raw was trash, as always. Not one positive. Raw was absolutely terrible last night, and this is not Mania season. If you think it is, you're a complete fucking imbecile, and you're absolutely lying to yourselves. Raw sucks. Raw absolutely sucks, and that's your Raw review.
I will continue to suck.
Yeah, and that's your Raw review. Raw sucks as always. Raw was trash. That's your Raw review.
Okay,
See you later, Adam. And before you go, that's your Raw review. Follow me on Twitter at FioreNix579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. Follow me on Facebook at Nicholas_Fiore31. And Adam, where can we follow you on Twitter, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on.
Or if Adam has to go, let you go. Anyways, and then Adam, follow Adam on Twitter at Carl Adam Johnson on Twitter, and that is that. And like the video as well. Subscribe to the Fiore Station YouTube channel as well, guys, and turn that bell for all notifications. And that is that. And that is that. Thank you guys so much for joining us for the Raw review from Raw last night. We're getting the hell out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you guys liked the video and enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day and all. And we'll see you next time right here in the channel for more good content right here on the great channel. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. And we will talk to you guys later.